Hey people, it is Wednesday, July the 10th. It is 6:25 in the early AM and currently about 21 degrees Celsius. And I just stepped out into quite a heavy downpour. This is the remnants of Hurricane Beryl making their way across southern Ontario and impacting the greater Toronto area. The city of Toronto might be expecting up to 40 millimeters of rain today, which is over half a month's rain in the course of a day. So that's a pretty significant rain event for the city. I think there's a rain warning in effect for parts of southern Ontario. I think areas north of the city will get the worst of it, getting as much as 60 millimeters of rain today. But in any case, I thought I'd head out and take a walk around the east side of downtown here on this very rainy, very early Wednesday morning. Just approaching Dundas Street East. I think I'll take us along Dundas for a bit. And the heat warning was canceled. But then in exchange for that, we got this rain warning. It still feels quite muggy though this morning. Even with all this rain, I can feel a bit of a oppressive humidity in the air. And of course, I am wearing my waterproof Vessi shoes. You see there? They've come in handy on quite a few occasions. There doesn't seem to be a lot of wind, which is a good thing, considering umbrellas and wind do not get along well together. And it's not that unusual for hurricane remnants to make their way up to Toronto. It has happened on many occasions, and including some times when it resulted in some serious damage. Most famously, Hurricane Hazel that made its way up to Toronto in the 1950s. It was still packing quite a wallop by the time it passed through this area, and the city experienced lots of damage and flooding. And I think there is a potential flood warning in effect also for parts of the city. Alright, this is Mutual Street. Let's head south here on Mutual. I think the rain today will be heaviest in the morning, and it will start tapering off later in the afternoon, but it will continue on now into the evening. Across Shooter Street here. Seems like the rain is tapering off a bit right now. I think there will be periods later where it's expected to be quite heavy as the system makes its way through the area. I might record another video later on if the rain does come down in a much heavier way, maybe later in the morning. Some construction noises. Looks like they're putting the finishing touches on this development. This one's starting to head skyward. All right, here's Queen Street. And you can see the Queen streetcar heading back onto Queen Street from its detour along Church. And the rain is starting to come down again. Just suddenly out of nowhere started pouring. I think this is how it's going to be throughout much of the morning. Head south down Church. And somehow the rain is making its way up my pant leg. My socks might be dry, but my pants definitely won't be. Crossing Richmond. I'm going to cross here. Maybe I'll head to Colburn Street. We'll take a walk along that street. Look west along Adelaide. Well, now the wind is kicking up a bit. As long as it doesn't wreck my umbrella. I guess it's expected for the remnants of a hurricane to have some wind added in. Actually, maybe I'll take King Street instead of Colburn. This stretch of King Street is quite nice. Comes the wind again. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, Hurricane Carter, who is a person, not a hurricane, but still kind of quite the moment there. Synchronicity. To look up Toronto Street. Lots of awesome old buildings along this part of King Street. This is the King Edward Hotel coming up here. A little bit of history about the hotel. There's a look south down Victoria. I'm going to start heading north, but I'll head over to Yonge. Lots of people waiting for a streetcar. This is where King subway station is located. Quite a umbrella cluster over there. Once again, the rain has sort of tapered off, but obviously we know better than to think that it might be coming to an end anytime soon. Could start pouring again any minute. Oh, this has been leased. I like to see empty spots on Main Street, on the main street, not Main Street by name, but Main Street by character. Anyway, I'm trying to say it's nice to see empty spaces on Yonge Street get filled up with new businesses. The street is actually doing quite well, in my opinion. There's not a lot of vacancies, but there's a high turnover. Down Adelaide again. And the rain has all but stopped. Some very sparse raindrops coming down right now. It's not a pretty sight. Richmond Street. Traffic is starting to pick up. We're approaching Young and Queen. Not much in the way of any rain at the moment. So dare I lower my umbrella? There's still some very light rain coming down. But I think this is where I'm going to start to wrap up the walk here. So I hope you enjoyed the early morning walk through the remnants of Hurricane Beryl through downtown Toronto, mostly on the east side. So a big thanks to all the channel members, and to everyone else, thanks for watching. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you are watching this as a non-channel member. And you might like to consider becoming a channel member. You can find links in the description to do so. Or you can also support the channel via my merch store or via PayPal. Or you can also send a super thanks if you prefer. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So once again, thanks for watching. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue